Basically remove your battery tray cover, remove your battery out of your tray, out of your transmitter. Disconnect the wires and then remove the 6 screws. Out and you can take it apart. Tip it over to this side so that the wires don't strip out of the battery connection. And so that's like so. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at the instructions and I'll see what we need to do next. Gtronics DX7 auto timer and vibration motor upgrade. So this has got a little vibrating motor here, which when it spins up will vibrate. What we're going to do first is we're going to get a bit of insulation tape and we're going to tear a little bit off, like say that long, and we're going to wrap it around the actual motor head itself. Like so. Just so that you basically, when you glue it in into the housing here, when you pull this tape off, the head will have clearance and it won't smack into the housing. So when we glue it in back in here. Okay, so we've got 9 wires on here. We've got white, brown, blue, yellow, black, grey, purple, orange and red. So we need to strip all those back about 5 to 7 mil. About 5 mil's fine, about that far. About there. So you got a bit there, and then we're going to have to tin all those. So I'll just tin all those for us and we'll get into the upgrade. The wires all tinned. Every single one of them's all tinned now. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to get the first 2 wires. Purple and white, and we're going to solder them onto the board, onto the main board. First one's going to go, according to the instructions, right here, and that's the purple wire. Okay, so we'll get that ready. And that's that one on, so that's the purple one to the bottom, and then the white one goes up the top here to this one here, right there. So the white wire is going to be soldered onto this one here. Give them a tug, make sure they're not going to come off. So it only takes a couple of seconds to do that. Okay, the third step we're going to do is we're going to go over to the battery pod on the other side of the case. I'll zoom out so you can get there. So we're going to go onto this part over here, the case, the back case, and we're going to work on this board. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to get the negative side, which is the grey wire. That rail is negative, so we're going to actually put some solder onto that pad there, and then we're going to solder a wire, the black wire onto that. Okay, so we'll just get our iron, some solder. Okay, now we're going to get the black wire, and we're going to solder the black wire into there, like so. Okay, so that's the third stage done. This is going to get into the delicate part where we don't want to burn any other wires. We've got to be pretty careful here. So what we actually need to do, I'll just zoom out so you can see the transmitter, and then I'll zoom in so you can see where we need to put it. We need to start working on the throttle position potentiometer. So on the board, on a mode 2, it's this side, which, you know, when you flip it around it's your left hand. On a mode 1, it'll be the other side. So we're doing mode 2, so that's all I'm covering today. So if you have a look down here, here's the main board, the fuse board, it's got a fuse in there. Right there is the potentiometer circuitry for the so we'll zoom in there a bit, and the bottom one here, we want that with the red wire connected. The second wire is yellow, and that one there we leave blank. Okay, we don't touch that top one. Right, so it's going to be real tricky for me to do that so you guys can see it. Very hard to see, it's quite small. And then now what I need to do is we need to work on the power board, on the fuse board here. It's got the fuse there. Now we need to do, there's 2 connections we need to make here according to the manual. One is the orange wire goes onto right where there's some writing on the board here. Yeah, it says JP1 just there, and we need to solder in that terminal, that one there. So again, what I might need to do is pop this fuse out, just so that we can get some access to their freedom. So we need to put the orange wire into there, and then up the top here there's a row of feeds coming across here. Now the second one across is where we want to run the grey wire, and just solder that into place. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. Once I heat this node up, sit that in there like that. That's a grey one in there, it's nice and firm. And now we need the orange one on this other terminal here. It's got it warm. Is that cold?